In the heart of Shanghai, beneath the gleaming towers and swirling lights, lived Mai Ling, a girl whose kindness radiated like the sun. Her life was simple, built on modest means, but she had a heart brimming with compassion, always ready to help others. Her parents had raised her on values of love and generosity, and in return, Mai Ling gave more than she took from the world. Yet, despite her warmth, she was lonely in the crowded city, yearning for a deeper connection, for the kind of love that would set her soul ablaze. Then, one rainy afternoon, when the skies bled gray over the city streets, a man walked into Mai Ling's life. Chen Wei was unlike anyone she had ever met, tall, handsome, and impossibly charismatic. His eyes seemed to see through her. His words dipped in silk as they painted pictures of a life Mai Ling had only dreamed of. He was a successful businessman, new to the city, yet his manner was humble, drawing her closer with each passing moment. He admired her kindness, he said, something rare in a world full of selfishness. Mai Ling, who had always felt unnoticed in the sea of Shanghai's faces, found herself drawn irresistibly to him. Their whirlwind romance was the stuff of fairy tales. Chen Wei brought her to lavish dinners, gifted her things she could never afford, a delicate bracelet made of white jade, a silk dress embroidered with peonies, and spoke of love that transcended the material. With him, Mai Ling felt seen and cherished. She believed she had finally found the love she had longed for, a love that made her forget the world around her. But beneath the surface of Chen Wei's dazzling charm, shadows moved unseen. Months passed, and Chen Wei began speaking of the future, of building something grand together, a business venture that would lift her family from their modest life into luxury. He said he needed her to help him make the final leap, to invest what little her family had for a greater return. Mai Ling hesitated. She loved him and trusted him, but the thought of risking her family's savings made her stomach twist. Yet, as always, Chen Wei's smile disarmed her fears. "Trust me, Mai," he would whisper. "I will take care of you. I love you." Mai Ling's heart went over her mind, and she handed over everything her family had saved. But then, like a storm breaking without warning, things began to unravel. It started with Chen Wei's absences, which became more frequent and more suspicious. His promises grew vague, his explanations thinner. One evening, as Mai Ling stood alone on the balcony of the apartment Chen Wei had rented for them, she overheard a phone call he hadn't meant her to hear. "I'll handle her soon. She's given all she can." Her blood turned to ice. In a daze, Mai Ling began to dig through Chen Wei's things, searching for any explanation that could make sense of the man she thought she loved. What she found shattered her world. Hidden beneath his suits were documents, files on other women just like her, each of them with their savings wiped out, their lives ruined. Chen Wei wasn't a businessman. He was a con artist, weaving webs of love and deceit to prey on the innocent. He had done this before, and he was about to do it to her. Mai Ling's heart broke, but more than that, she felt a fury rise from deep within her, a sharp, searing anger that set her blood on fire. She couldn't let him get away with it. Not again. Not this time. In the days that followed, Mai Ling played her part, pretending to remain the loving, unsuspecting girl. She acted as if nothing had changed, though inside she was unraveling the knots of his scheme, learning his routines, his contacts, and his weaknesses. She contacted the women from the files and discovered a shocking truth. Chen Wei had not only ruined lives, he had connections to a criminal underworld, a network that thrived on manipulation, extortion, and betrayal. But Mai Ling wasn't the naive girl he thought she was anymore. She teamed up with one of the women who had once been Chen Wei's target, a fierce and resourceful woman named Lin. Together, they plotted, knowing that confronting Chen Wei directly was too dangerous. They would have to outsmart him. The night came, stormy and dark. Mai Ling invited Chen Wei to the villa he had bought for them outside the city, claiming she had something special planned. Chen Wei arrived, expecting to find his pliable lover ready to fall at his feet. But as he walked inside, the villa was empty, save for a single candle flickering in the corner. And then, As the door slammed shut behind him, the walls began to close in. Chen Wei was trapped. Mai Ling had gathered the evidence and sent it to the authorities, but not before setting a final trap. She had tipped off his enemies, the very men he had double-crossed in his climb to wealth. As the realization hit him, Chen's composure crumbled. The doors burst open, and men silent, deadly entered. They had come to collect their debt. Mai Ling stood in the shadows, watching as the man who had deceived her so utterly faced the consequences of his betrayals. She felt no joy in it, no sense of triumph, but she felt peace, a deep and settling calm that came from knowing she had taken back her power. Chen Wei was never seen again. In the aftermath, Mai Ling returned to her family, who embraced her, broken but alive. She had lost everything, but in the end, she had saved herself. Word of her bravery spread through Shanghai, and the women who had fallen victim to Chen Wei's schemes came forward, united in their strength, with Mai Ling at the helm. They formed a group, a quiet but powerful force dedicated to helping women like them, those betrayed by false love and empty promises. Mai Ling found peace, not in wealth or revenge, but in the unlikeliest of places, through the sisterhood she had never known she needed, and in the quiet satisfaction of knowing she had faced darkness and survived. Her heart, though scarred, was stronger than ever. As Mai Ling stood atop the hill overlooking the city, the night lights of Shanghai shimmered like distant stars. The pain of betrayal still lingered in her heart, but it no longer defined her. She had taken back her story, reclaimed her dignity, and found strength in the most unthinkable ways. What had started as a tale of love and deception had become a saga of resilience, wisdom, and quiet triumph. As the wind rustled through the leaves around her, Mai Ling smiled, knowing that her journey was far from over. She had found her peace, but she had also discovered a deeper truth, that sometimes the greatest victory is not in revenge but in reclaiming your life, your power, and your voice. And with that, her story became a beacon of hope, shining for others who, like her, had been plagued by love but would rise stronger than ever. Thanks for watching. If you found this story captivating, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more epic tales of strength, resilience, and twists you won't see coming. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story, and share this video with someone who needs a reminder that no matter how dark things seem, there's always a way to find your light again. See you in the next one.